This is a journey through the creative use of imagination. A timeless message shared by the visionary teacher Neville Goddard, a man who showed the world that imagination is not fantasy, but the very act through which reality is formed. He wrote, "Imagination is the creative power of God in man." Those words are not poetry. They are a key that unlocks the greatest secret of life, that what you imagine and feel within yourself quietly becomes the world you see around you. Every thought is a seed. Every emotion is the soil in which it grows. And your imagination is the silent architect, designing the shape of your destiny. This is not a book about wishful thinking. It is an invitation to awaken the divine power already within you, the same creative spirit that spoke the universe into being. So take a deep, calm breath. Let your body soften. Let your mind open. You are not merely listening to words. You are remembering something ancient, something that your soul has always known. That your imagination is reality in its first and purest form. Everything visible was once invisible. Every building, every invention, every life path began as a single image in the mind of someone who dared to imagine. What is seen is temporary. What is unseen is eternal. Neville taught that reality is not fixed. It is a reflection of inner vision. The life you live today is the echo of what you once believed possible. And the life you will live tomorrow is being shaped by the pictures and feelings you nurture right now. Your imagination is not daydreaming. It is the creative instrument of consciousness, the brush with which your soul paints the canvas of existence. So ask yourself quietly, what am I imagining right now? Because the answer to that question is the seed of your future. The outer world is not the cause of your life. It is the mirror of your inner state. The world is yourself pushed out. When you live in doubt, the world echoes uncertainty. When you dwell in faith, the world becomes graceful and cooperative. Your environment, your relationships, your experiences, all are reflections of what you consistently hold within. You cannot change the mirror by touching its surface. You must change the image it reflects, and that image begins in thought, is fueled by emotion, and made real through sustained imagination. Neville said, "Imagination is the gateway of reality." To imagine is to participate in the divine act of creation. Every time you close your eyes and see with the inner eye, you are breathing with the same rhythm that shaped galaxies. God does not act outside of you. God acts through you. Through your ability to imagine, to feel, to believe. When you imagine love, you are allowing the divine to love through you. When you imagine peace, you are allowing peace to be born in the world through you. You are not separate from the Creator. You are the living expression of creation itself. Thoughts are the spark, but feeling is the flame. Feeling is the secret. It is not enough to think of your desire. You must feel the emotion of its fulfillment. To think "I want" is to confess that you lack. To feel "I have" is to align with the truth of having. Close your eyes and feel the joy of your wish fulfilled. Breathe as the person who already lives that life. Rest in that emotion until it feels natural. The universe does not respond to words. It responds to vibration. And feeling is vibration made visible to the soul. When the inner feeling changes, the outer reality must follow. Faith is the bridge that carries imagination into the world of form. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith is not blind optimism. It is inner knowing, the quiet certainty that what you imagine already exists. When you hold a vision with unwavering belief, life rearranges itself to honor your faith. To doubt is to delay, to believe is to allow. The moment you trust what you have imagined, you activate the law that turns thought into experience. Faith is invisible, yet it moves the visible world. Imagination, like a muscle, grows through use. Each day, set aside time to enter the inner scene of your fulfilled desire. Visualize it clearly. Hear the sounds, feel the textures, sense the joy. Remain there until it feels natural, effortless. Imagination repeated becomes belief. Belief sustained becomes reality. At first it may seem like a game, but soon you will notice that life begins to echo what you have been imagining. The inner rehearsal becomes outer performance. This is the law, gentle, precise, unbreakable. Gratitude completes the act of creation. It tells the universe, it is done. Gratitude is the vibration of fulfillment. To thank before receiving is to prove that you already have. It dissolves doubt and seals your creation in peace. Give thanks not only for what is visible, but also for what is forming in silence. Every whisper of gratitude amplifies the flow of abundance toward you. Before you sleep tonight, say softly, "Thank you," and let that feeling cradle you into rest. Neville wrote, "The ability to imagine is proof that God exists in man. You are not a small, powerless being. You are the vessel through which the infinite expresses itself. Every time you imagine beauty, you expand the universe's beauty. Every time you imagine peace, you invite peace into human experience. Your imagination is not a pastime, it is divine responsibility. Everything you hold within your heart returns to you in the form of experience. This is not punishment or reward. It is simple reflection. The world mirrors what you are conscious of being. To bring imagination into life, you must learn to live in its feeling now. Each night before sleep, enter the scene of your fulfilled desire. See it clearly, hear the voices, feel the satisfaction. Rest in that joy until it feels real. When you sleep in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, the subconscious accepts it as truth, and once accepted, it must appear in your world. Do not wait for proof. Feel the proof within you. That is the art of conscious creation. There comes a sacred moment when you realize that the outer world has never been your master, it has always been your mirror. To change the world, first change the image within yourself. When you change your inner dialogue, the conversations of life change. When you change your inner picture, the scenery around you shifts. This is the awakening. To know that you are both the dreamer and the dream. Now you understand what Neville meant when he said that imagination is not fantasy, but the foundation of all creation. If you can imagine it, it already exists in the unseen. Your task is not to force life, but to trust the invisible process. Remain faithful to your inner vision. Live as though it were already true. Your imagination is the law and the promise, the beginning and the completion. You are no longer a wanderer in a world of chance. You are the quiet architect of destiny. Now close your eyes, breathe slowly, whisper within. I am the creator of my world. My imagination is divine power. I live inside the promise of my fulfilled desire. And as you rest in that peace, the unseen begins to move. The world you dream of is forming around you now. This is the creative use of imagination, and this moment is the dawn of your new reality.